of the awards. We should have, sorry for a little glitch there, but it actually worked out okay. The last of the awards is named after Justice Gerald Liddell. He was the Canadian Supreme Court Justice who, before he became the justice, you know, in the United States, we had the Schaefer Commission report, the breakthrough report appointed by President Nixon that came out with all sorts of recommendations that he really didn't want to hear. The same thing happened in Canada with Justice Liddell. A breakthrough report like the one in the U.S. that opened up a new dialogue back in the 1970s about drug policy. We give this award for accomplishment in the field of law. Sometimes lawyers, sometimes activists, sometimes all sorts of people. Well, in this case, the award is going to go to the people that we thought were really among the most responsible for the victories in Colorado and Washington. So I'm going to ask Ira Glasser to come on up here and give these awards to Allison Holcomb, represented here by Pete Holmes, the City Attorney of Washington, and to Brian and Mason and Steve Fox, who played such a key role in Colorado.
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to be really brief and leave what time there is to the award winners to say what they want to say. And I'll let you read about their extensive biographies and experience in this field in the program, as Ethan suggested at the beginning. And if we ever find those programs, we'll mail them out to you. But it's important to note that when something like these ballot initiatives get passed, it's never just due to 2 or 3 people, of course. It's due to many people. And many people deserve all kinds of credit for it. But at the end of the day, somebody has to write it, somebody has to run the campaign, and they have to do it right, or the movement gets set back. It has to be written carefully, it has to be managed carefully, and above all, it has to be won. Because winning isn't everything, but losing isn't anything. And these are the 3 people in Colorado, Steve, Mason, and Brian, who made the difference in writing the initiative, in managing and directing the campaign to get it passed. So please come up and accept this award if I can find it.
Thank you, Ira, for the introduction. Thanks, DPA, for the award, of course, and a great conference as always, the highlight of every 2 years. It's really an honor to receive this award and have this recognized, and it's an especially special honor to share it with my 2 great friends and colleagues. The Amendment 64 campaign wasn't won overnight. It wasn't won in 2012 or 2011, but this is something the 3 of us have worked on for 8 years together, which is really amazing. Thank you. Vicente started Sensible Colorado in 2004 with a grant from the Marijuana Policy Project and Peter Lewis, and for years stood up for the patients in the state, and not just standing up for them, but representing them on the legal side, and helped open up the entire industry that exists by helping to defeat an attempt by Colorado State to limit caregivers to only serving 5 patients. And by winning that, it opened up the ability for caregivers to serve as many patients as they could, which led to the development of the industry. So that's incredible work by Brian, and really set the stage for regulating for all adults. So let's hear it for Brian. And then my good friend Mason, who I showed someone the other night. I don't think you'll be able to see this from here, but this is my phone, and on the home screen, it's my 2 daughters, my wife, and Mason as my little four speed dials. See you later if you want. That's because we really spoke every day for about 8 years, working on the Safer campaign that he and I founded with Aaron Houston back in 2005. And as I suppose all you know, the whole purpose was to change the culture, help people understand marijuana is less harmful than alcohol and all that, and lay the groundwork for a time when marijuana could be made legal. So long story short, it worked out, and Mason was the person, while I was sitting behind my desk comfortably, Mason was doing every kind of stunt and petition drive and interview that came up, and whatever it was, you know, if we decided that he was going to challenge the mayor of Denver to a duel where he would have a puff of his joint for every beer that the mayor could chug. Mason was ready to do it, and we got the media coverage we wanted, and in the end, it all worked out. So let's hear it for Mason. The next thank you, well, is actually making up for a mistake I made, and I'm glad I have an opportunity to make up for it. On election night, it was a great, amazing party, amazing victory, and so on, as you can imagine. And at one point, we were able to go up and each say a few words. It was the 3 of us, along with Betty Allworth. I don't know if she's here. Great spokeswoman for the campaign now, becoming executive director of SSDP, which she'll do great. So, the other person was Rob Campia, and I was told beforehand that based on the order of speakers that I would introduce him, but I got all fired up during my speech, and then the next thing you know, I just, said, and here's Rob, basically. So, what I should have said then, and felt bad about it for a long time, but can say now, is that, the 3 of us here are pretty hardworking, pretty smart, and so on, can figure a lot of things out and get a lot of things done. But without Rob Campia and MPP, we just would have been sitting around on our couches talking about making marijuana legal. So, a great amount of thanks to Rob, because there was a time, well, basically MPP put in 90% of the money for the campaign at a time when we didn't know if we could get the signature drive done or anything like that, and at a time when the polling wasn't incredibly high. He said, well, we're going to buy ads early because they're cheaper, and put in a lot of money. So really, marijuana would not be legal in this state if it weren't for Rob, so let's hear it for Rob. Finally, with my time running out, I'd like to dedicate the award, or at least the 3rd that I own. No, actually we got 3, I don't want to make it seem cheap. So I would like to dedicate my award to my parents. I was brought up in a Jewish household, not really Jewish, we weren't kosher, we didn't go to synagogue or anything like that. But they raised me to believe in the philosophy captured by the phrase tikkun olam, which means to repair or heal or transform the world. And it is immensely gratifying to know that because of our work, now any veteran in this state with PTSD can use marijuana. Any couple that wants to relax at night and have a great time can now do so. Any person that wants to go to a Vicente Cedarburg party and have a great time. And most satisfying is at this event, the number of international folks that are here from Uruguay, Mexico, Colombia, Canada, elsewhere, are all here and seeing what's happening here, and we'll bring it home, and we truly will transform the world. So, tikkun olam.